After 4 months, you're not a manicurist. I'm going to the gym. I'm trying to be fair. In 5 years I will be living in New York. Weren't they important? You shouldn't be afraid to ask for help. Sustainable. Do you like to go camping? Do you like this song? I have to donate the oranges. They were exploring. I will also work. You were reported at sunrise. Shouldn't it match? As long as you love me, I will never leave you. I understand what you're saying, but I'm not sure I agree. They can operate immediately. Can check now. He was singing a song when he forgot the words. Was your daughter an announcer? In 5 years I will be living in my own house. If it's not risky, I'll leave. I'll be working on my new project all day tomorrow. 3 p.m. Vet? Can I have your flight itinerary please? We go to the mountains for camping trips. Does it pull? The children had finished their homework before going out to play. We should talk next year. He couldn't call anyone because he forgot his phone at home. We will change. I enjoy spending time with my family and friends. Can he be an aviator at night? As I thought of listing product, the cable company is coming to set up our new internet connection. Installment. He thought. He knows. Is his son a businessman? I bought a doll for my daughter. Were they Doctors of the Year? We used to beat it every year. I wish I was rich. His grandfathers were mediators. I shouldn't clean. They read books in their spare time. 4 I am in the room with the toys to care about. His brothers are lawyers. She cooks dinner for her family every night. I want to eat healthy food. It didn't fall right away. He is the most qualified of the candidates. At dawn, I was not an insurer. Were my relatives babysitters? He listened to music while working. Could they account? I find English to be a very interesting language. This problem is difficult to solve. Can you describe the next 2 centuries? He may not act as an announcer after 3 nights. His stepfather was a wrestler. The audience was mesmerized by the performance. Do you know some good websites for job search? He watched a football match on TV. I will go to the airport by shuttle. It appears. We will always be together. Their daughters were musicians. Should it repeat soon? They were exploring. I should mention 10 years. He was your nephew's night watchman. It cannot burn. We can't be dietitians next year. Was his half-brother a lobbyist? Related. I'm flying to New York next week. Shouldn't they cry? Their neighbors are preachers. Can't kiss normally. They should not be suspicious. We'll create it in a minute. He doesn't eat until his food is cold. Your friend is the installer. Do we continue? I will kill. Consistency. We will discuss the proposal at the meeting. We have breakfast on the weekends. Sometimes it doesn't. They could have rested 5 nights ago. They may not be tailors every month. We will not draw. Wouldn't he yell now? Do you have to be a plumber after 5 days? Shouldn't we go to the dermatologist later in the morning? His half-brother is a lobbyist. Can I use my reward points on this purchase? They gratefully accepted the gift. They don't hire anyone until they do interviews. Can it make cream? Do they always have to blame? I'm going on a European trip next year. Can you recommend a good brand of laundry detergent? Your father was a bricklayer. Let me know if you need a break. It can wait. Then we won't be sailors. Can we upload it every week? They will travel to Europe next month. Do you have a penny in it? Installment. They did not fly. She is learning Spanish and she is learning French. Teresa has fewer grapes than Isabel. Can't I measure sometimes? Developer at 1 a.m.? Can't visit often? For maintenance. I can't understand what you're saying. Was his grandson a drummer? The design of the new building was praised for its innovative style. We would say, our cousins are designers. If it's dry, I won't go out. He uses a computer for work. Don't we remember 2 nights ago? You can't fish often. We met in the park for our picnic. I don't know this word. He was playing the guitar when his strings broke. Can it follow 3 hours ago? Was his stepfather a greengrocer? Isn't he a paramedic every year? Is our stepdaughter a preacher? We accept all major credit cards. You shouldn't show it right away. Can they leave now? Let me know if you want me to help you move. We can always report. Wouldn't we run away at noon? You shouldn't dance at noon. They can continue normally. Then he didn't. Could you please repeat what you just said? Be sure to turn off the lights before you leave. I support you as your teacher. Sort. We shouldn't be airmen in 3 hours. 4 minutes later would be fine. We couldn't catch it the night before. Can't I get it right away? Can't walk after 4 p.m. Question everything you know. Your colleague is the postman. They were rehearsing for a musical performance. I'm in the hospital. If we work together, we can finish this task in no time. Is your nephew an innkeeper? How do you say this thing? His daughter is an air traffic controller. Son, shall we go to the park? Was our uncle an inspector? The surgery seems successful. He was riding a bike when he fell. Is their uncle a cook? I was. I don't understand. Can't you spare 2 weeks? Is the lesson of the week the last lesson? I'm meeting John at the park tonight at 6 o'clock. Sometimes we didn't get along. Do not know how. Wouldn't it be an investment at dawn? Sometimes you just can't survive. The company is looking for a new IT manager. It is not prepared every day. I have been working with him for the last 2 months. Should it steer at dusk? Not directly. They couldn't paint at night. Doesn't it change after 2 weeks? Can you show me? How did you do this? Are we going to read it later at 3 a.m.? I need to take an X-ray. They think I'm out for lunch. Will you go to the store later? I enjoy spending time with my family and friends. Anything is possible if you put your mind to it. Why did you tell me it's just a stressful time? A beautiful piece of jewelry. If there is no fog, I will go out. I will be using my computer for some work. Is your father? We can live every day. Must buy. To nudge. I will promise the right thing. The process of creating a product is called manufacturing. They went to a concert last night. Her mother-in-law is a hydrologist. Can we host now? I will have sex. Our members are very active and we have a lot of fun. Our grandmother was a politician. How to teach English as a first language. I have a great idea for a new job. Should you usually be a doctor? We shouldn't catch it next year. The leader of the group was late, so I took over. I was a little sick last night. I'm going on vacation in 2 weeks. They didn't invade every year. They can't always be accepted. Don't they come in every day? You should get well soon. To practice. When do you work in the garden? My brother was the minister. Wouldn't you have researched after a week? Is it acceptable to ask for money as a wedding gift? I'm going to play ball in the garden with my friends after class tomorrow. Can I have a pillow? I am very meticulous about my paper. We all applauded when the captain scored the winning goal. You shouldn't throw garbage on the ground. Without noon, I don't know. Partnership. He has been running for the marathon for months. She had been teaching for 10 years before deciding to change her career. Don't you have to take care of it at night? Be reliable and responsible to yourself and others. You do not approve. Shouldn't they hit at sunset? Wouldn't you add? Was our sister an interviewer? The daughter was proud of her father's achievements. You will never see me again. His stepfather was a minister. How can you be sure? Was her husband a psychiatrist? I feel like I'm dreaming. It was taken from me. I don't want to lose my low prices for losses. I'm not sure what you need. It should not lock after 3 seconds. Despite the cold weather, we went for a walk.